Houston Public Works is responsible for the daily tasks you may take for granted. You may not notice us, but we work around the clock to support you. We are the foundation for life in Houston. Houston Water distributes enough fresh water to fill the Astrodome 4 times a day. Transportation and drainage operations handle 16,000 miles of streets. Over 1 million signs and street names and thousands of drains. The Houston Permitting Center regulates hundreds of projects so you can work, play, and live safely. Customer Account Services ensures 2.1 million people have access to safe drinking water with efficiency, accuracy, and flexibility. Capital Projects manages the critical improvements that make Houston better every single day. Houston is always moving towards growth, innovation, and progress. We are the largest, most diverse public works organization in the country. We are one team with one purpose. Together, we create a strong foundation for Houston to thrive.
Good afternoon, and thank you for participating in the Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Advisory Committee meeting today. My name is Kenya Williams with Houston Public Works. The goal of today's meeting is to inform and update you on the flood mitigation projects coming to your area and get any feedback and/or questions you may have about these grant-funded mitigation projects. Let's talk about Community Development Block Grant Mitigation, the requirements, and the project updates. Before we begin, I would kindly ask if you could hold all questions until the end of our presentation. Many of the answers you're looking for will be answered within the presentation, so we would respectfully ask for your full attention at this time. Later, we will open the questions and answer session at the end of the presentation. Here at Houston Public Works, we believe that together we create a strong foundation for Houston to thrive. There are 5 service lines at Houston Public Works. Today's meeting is presented by Capital Projects. The Office of Emergency Management's Hazard Mitigation Plan informed the assessment of current and future risk and how to address them with mitigation actions to the development of the city's CDBG MIT Action Plan. The Housing and Community Development Department, with the help of Houston Public Works, identified and described mitigation activities to address the identified needs and submitted the action plan to HUD. Grant period began in May of 2021. and will end in 2033. Housing and Community Development and Houston Public Works worked with the Mayor's Office of Recovery and Resilience and Sustainability to identify strategies for implementation. Housing and Community Development managed grant setup and will provide administrative support and oversight. Houston Public Works will work with Housing and Community Development in the compliance and implementation of infrastructure mitigation activities. We need you to serve as the conduit between these efforts and the communities. Transparency is key to any capital improvement project, and we want your feedback. Funding to be used to carry out strategic and high-impact activities to mitigate disaster risks and reduce future losses. Proposed projects are partnership efforts with a long-term impact to reduce flooding and provide resilient investment to the affected neighborhoods by leveraging local, state, and federal funds. Cambridge Village Park, Ramblewood. This drainage improvement project in Cambridge Village Park will create 24 acre-feet of detention. The detention in the park will be used to support the Stormwater Action Team drainage project in the Ramblewood neighborhood. Work is expected to begin sometime in 2024 and last until 2026. Drainage improvement in the Ramblewood neighborhood with a multi-use detention facility in Cambridge Village Park. The project will improve storm sewers in the neighborhood, create 24 acre-feet of stormwater detention in the park area, and also improve park amenities. The purpose of this project is to improve storm drainage capacity in the Ramblewood neighborhood. The neighborhood has experienced structural flood damage and increased right-of-way ponding. The project plans to increase storm sewer capacity under Lotus, Buxley, Woodmont, and Brookston streets. This project will allow for a number of enhancements to the existing park amenities, as well as the development of new recreational areas. And after the project is complete, the park will retain full recreational use. The overall project will allow the community to benefit from additional detention capacity and storm system improvements while maintaining and enhancing a community park site. The Frenchtown project will provide design and construction for improved storm drainage systems and new paving, driveways, and sidewalks in the area. Work will begin in 2025 and end in 2026. The improvements for conveying stormwater runoff include ditch regrading and reestablishment to receiving points of the Harris County Flood Control District's drainage systems, replacement and resized driveway culverts, and asphalt pavement overlaying or replacement. Work will commence in 2023 and end in 2027. My apologies. This project is to provide design and construction of storm drainage improvements. Proposed public utilities within the project area include storm sewer culverts, concrete paving, driveways, and underground utilities. Turkey Gully. This study will analyze the local drainage systems in the Shady Acres area that contribute stormwater flow into Turkey Gully. The plan will divert stormwater flow from Turkey Gully to White Oak Bayou. Work will begin in 2025 and end in 2027. The study will analyze local drainage systems in the Shady Acres area and recommend improvements to the local drainage systems that could help reduce flooding in Turkey Gully by diverting stormwater flows away from the gully through new storm sewers and improving street and surface drainage conditions. This study is being coordinated with the Harris County Flood Control District's Turkey Gully study. These coordinated efforts aim to reduce the risk of flooding in the community around Turkey Gully. We encourage you to go to engagehouston.org to view more project details. The project page includes additional exhibits and renderings right at your fingertips. And now a brief demo on how to navigate your way on engagehouston.org.
Welcome to engagehouston.org. We're incredibly excited to share this platform with you. This site allows us to communicate with Houstonians about the changes that are happening in their neighborhood. Our goal is to make the site visually fun and engaging, as well as easy to navigate so that everyone can find what they need. Using the Google Translate option, users can translate the languages used on the website. On the home screen, you can navigate the 4 project types that we support: drainage, street, wastewater, and water projects. Beneath that, you're going to see a variety of resources. All of these resources can also be found up here in our header. For all public meetings, we send out notifications to the community, and one way to access the meeting link is to click on the Join Us button. Another great thing about this website is that we have enabled social media shares. Users can share meeting links, project pages, and updates to their social media feed through private messages and/or email. This helps us in getting more information out to the community. Here's a snapshot of all the relevant project information on the project page. It shows a standard map which highlights the project area and general project information, which may be followed by a link. Below are the project's frequently asked questions. To the right, you're going to see a variety of widgets. First is the Stay Informed Subscribe button. This allows a user to subscribe to this project, meaning that if this project is of great interest, all it requires is inputting your email address. You'll be notified via email when updates are posted to the page or when new information becomes available. You'll also see the current project phase, as well as the project documents, meeting recordings, videos, and pictures. Underneath that, you'll be able to view who's listening and who the public engagement team is. At the bottom of the page, there's the Engage Us tool, which allows you to correspond directly with us through this platform. In order to use this tool, you must be registered and signed into the site. Once you're signed in, you can ask questions and they're sent directly to the public engagement team. We research and provide a response to every single question that is asked. We encourage everyone to register for this site. Some of the tools we discussed earlier can only be utilized if you're registered, so it is extremely important to register. We've made it simple, quick, and as painless as we could. Just create a simple username and password and answer 3 basic questions, and you're good to go. You'll receive a confirmation email, so don't forget to confirm your email address so that you don't miss out on all of the updates. And now you're done. You're all set up to utilize engagehouston.org and all of its beneficial tools.
I want to thank districts A, B, D, E, and F for their support today. To the awesome project teams for their participation and support today. Thank you to the fabulous public engagement team for making this meeting possible. And finally, to all of you who have joined us to receive these important project updates. Thank you for your time and attention. And please remember to share what you heard today with your friends and neighbors who could not join us for this meeting. And now it's Q&A time. Being present today has its benefits because you will get your questions answered in real time by the fantastic project teams. Take advantage now and ask away. The project teams are here to answer your questions. At this time, I would like to introduce you to Timothy Williams with the fabulous public engagement team who will moderate the Q&A session for us. Take it away, Tim.
Okay, I certainly will, and thank you, Kenya. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. This is the Q&A portion of our meeting. It's your opportunity to engage and provide us with questions and comments that are related to these projects. We'd certainly love to hear from you, and we do welcome the feedback. The instructions for submitting questions are now on the screen. First, you would select Q&A on the right side of the screen. Type your question in the compose box and then select Send. You can remain anonymous by selecting Ask Anonymously. Okay. And as you're doing that, I would just like to let you know that this marks the beginning of the Q&A process. If you have any questions or comments beyond today's meeting, you can share them by visiting us at engagehouston.org. You would go to the project page, and there at the bottom, you can submit your question or comment, and we'll be sure to follow up with you. I'd also like to remind you that all of this afternoon's material is available on the site. Okay, and I see that we don't have any questions in the queue, and that typically means that all of the questions were answered during the presentation. So with that, again, if there are any questions beyond today, please reach out to us at engagehouston.org, and we'll certainly get back in touch with you. I would like to thank everyone on the call today, our council districts and their staff. I'd like to thank our amazing project team, our engagement team, and certainly the citizens. And with that, today's meeting is adjourned. You all enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, wait, sorry, just got one that just popped up in the 12th hour. Let me take a look at that. This is what if any updates are there to share in regards to the ongoing design for the Turkey Gully project. Last we saw, the plan was for a 2-lane roundabout at East TC Jester, and 18th with added detention near existing 4-way stop. So they want to know what, if any, updates are there that relates to the Turkey Gully design. And that what they saw last was a 2-lane roundabout at East TC Jester. So I'll just toss that out to our project team. And if anyone wants to take a swing at that, please go ahead.
Tim, this is Paresh of Urban Planning.
Thanks, Paresh.
The project is still as is in terms of its drainage conveyance from Bevis Street over to 20th Street through TC Jester. The design project team is still working with a consultant to get everything kicked off. So the planning scope that we have is still the same.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we'll just give it one quick second to see if there are any final additional questions. I know that one got in at the last hour there. Okay, and we have another one that just came in. What is the average speed on TC Jester, east and west of the intersection? What is the average speed on TC Jester, east and west of the intersection? And I know that may be one, Paresh, that we may have to circle back, look into, and follow up with later, or is that one that?
Yeah, I don't have the current speed
okay.
as posted right now. So
okay, we can definitely follow up and provide a follow-up response for you on that one.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a question regarding the Sunnyside drainage project. I'm not mistaken, it says it's east of MLK Street in the South Park neighborhood. Oh, okay. It's east of MLK Street in the South Park neighborhood, miles away from Sunnyside. How will Sunnyside benefit, if anything? So they're wanting to know how the neighborhood of Sunnyside itself will benefit from that particular project, the Sunnyside Drainage Project.
Can we go back to the exhibit of Sunnyside, please?
Paresh, at Sunnyside, there's no exhibit for Sunnyside in this presentation.
Okay.
That he is referring to the CDBG meeting on the 11th of last week.
Okay.
And so the Sunnyside Detention Project
Right, okay, yeah, I think there's questions regarding Sunnyside and Crestmont, and the naming that we've used. I think what we're calling Sunnyside area isn't really the defined neighborhood Sunnyside, it's Sunnyside Crestmont, so it includes both.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Here's another-
can you,
oh.
I'm sorry, Tim.
No, no problem.
Paresh, could you expound on that? Because I believe this is a drainage project, so it's not that just a specific area is going to benefit. It is the totality of the area, correct?
Correct, so and then this is going to the meeting that we had last week. The detention pond that's happening east of or west of Saltwater Ditch will benefit all of the neighborhood improvements that are happening west of Martin Luther King, and then along any of the improvements that are happening with the Harris County Saltwater Ditch project. So there is a larger improvement that's happening, and the detention supports all of that improvement. So it does kind of span around Sunnyside and a little bit of Crestmont.
Thank you.
Okay, so it sounds like it's a benefit to the general area there.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay, and here's another. It says, please provide the crash data for TC Jester and 18th and this intersection for a couple of miles in each direction. Let me just say, as these questions are coming in, we will compile a list of some of the questions that we don't have answers to right now immediately, like those more specific related questions like crash data and things of that nature. We'll certainly follow back up with you and resolve that for you. But Paresh, did you have anything to add to that?
No, we do, and we do have that crash data. It is in the planning study report, so we'll be able to pull that and provide that to the citizen that's requesting that.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Okay. All right, so that was the last question for now. And again, please continue to engage with us at engagehouston.org. We certainly love the feedback and we appreciate the interaction regarding these projects, these CDBG projects. We know they are important and we look forward to bringing them to the community. Okay, and with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring tonight's or this afternoon's meeting to a close. Thank you.